So in case you've missed the last few videos, I moved across the country in December from California to New Jersey. And the very first thing that I wanted to do as soon as we signed a lease on our apartment was to build it in The Sims 4. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna show you how dumb my apartment looks. It's a weird layout. It's a really weird layout and I really wanna share it with you. So this is kind of what we got going on to start with. We have this front door right here. This is actually a hallway here because this is a second floor and we have a neighbor like right across the hall. There's like 2 units on each floor going up for like 4 units. I think. I don't know how many units are in my building. I should know, but I don't. But all of the things in here are what was in here when we signed the lease. We have like all the appliances, the cabinets and everything. And then over here on this wall, we have this kind of like built-in ledge. If I could, I would have put like a half tile wall right there that ends like halfway, like a half tile wall, because it kind of juts out there, and that has our intercom, our carbon monoxide detector. That's where our internet comes from. Right before we moved into the apartment, they actually took out the entire kitchen and put new appliances, new cabinets, new everything in there. So we actually have brand new cabinets and appliances, just like I said, and they're soft closing. So living the dream over here. No loud cabinet. And then right off the kitchen here is actually the bathroom, and kind of like by the door, I would have this on like a half tile wall like that. Like I would have it on like a half tile because that's really more how small it is. It's a very small bathroom. But there is actually a window in the shower, which makes it the nicest shower I've ever had because it doesn't seem all sad and depressing because it's dark in there. It's very bright and sunny and I love it. It has a windowsill that's more built in, like the windows like set inside a little bit more. And then if you go this way, this is where we have like our dining table, and there's these like built-in shelves. They're a little bit more like in the wall. I just can't get them to work that way in the game, but I'm so excited to put stuff on them. I can't even explain it to you how excited I am to put stuff on there. And then this is actually our living room. It's very small. I again would have this probably a half tile smaller, like a half tile skinnier maybe if I could. But we actually just got a TV last night. We finally like got the time to like go and pick one up. Because in our last apartment, it was so small. So husband didn't have an office. Neither of us had an office. I was set up in our bedroom. He was set up in the living room. And one of his monitors for his computer is actually a TV. So, and it's like hung up right like above. So we were able to like, when we watch TV or Netflix or movies or something together, we would just put it up on there and sit on the couch, and that was our TV. But now we can get a real TV. So we got one. It sits in here. It's on 2 boxes right now because we weren't able to find a TV stand that we liked when we went out to go shopping. So we just ordered one. And then our couch fits like over here. It's like the perfect size to fit in this nook. Cause like actually, this is actually kind of more like that in terms of size. It's actually more like this, because it's actually more like that. That feels like a little bit more of the size of the apartment, like the size of the room. But like, I would say this is probably like a half tile bigger. There's a lot of spots that are going to be a lot of half tiles bigger because a lot of these walls are diagonals, which is awful in The Sims. And then actually right here, we have a window, but we have a neighbor on this side. So our building's really, really old. So it used to have like chimneys and like things like that for ventilation, and I don't know. But so this actually is kind of like a diamond like that. And so our neighbor is on this side of the wall, so they like have it here. So they also have windows on their side. And it's basically just this tube of like openness in the building that they put windows in to use as an exhaust for like an AC. So you just put like a window AC unit in the window, and that's how you cool your apartment because there's no AC in these old apartments because like I said, our apartment's like over 100 years old. But it doesn't mean I have a fire escape, which is my dream, so I'm okay. And then you come through this living room door into what will be husband's office. He has like a desk set up and some of those like IKEA cubes for all of his like IT gear because he works in IT. He is an IT gamer guy. So he has all of this in here. And then you go through this into my office. I have no windows in this room. There's no windows in this room. And it's this like pale yellow color compared to the rest of the apartment, which is white, which doesn't really make any sense, but both the bedroom and my office are yellow, but it's kind of nice. And then we have the only closet in the entire apartment in my office right here, just like this. It's very small, so I cannot fit any clothes in it. We have just like some boxes, and there's actually, I can't do it in the game, but above the door, there's actually an opening the size of the closet, and there's like a rack on there so that you can like lift and put stuff on like a shelf. So there's like the closet and then like a shelf on top of it that you can access via above the door. It's really, really odd. But right now I have my Christmas decorations up there, so it's convenient for that. And then you go from my office into our bedroom. We have this weird bump out. Why is it missing a wall? That should have a wall. We have this bump out, which is very annoying We have this like bump out, which is kind of annoying, but it does happen to be the exact size of our bed. So our bed fits exactly across this, and it's kind of really fun. And we have the radiator in here, which doesn't like to work a lot of the times, and it's either freezing in there or it's blistering hot. No middle ground. And then we have two beautiful big windows. These are obviously like a little bit bigger than what's actually in there, and definitely much more modern than what we have in there. They're just normal looking windows. But you can see a little bit of the skyline of New York out my window. You can see like the very tippity top, the like spiral on top of, I believe it's the Empire State Building. It could be the Rockefeller Center, but I think it's the Empire State Building. And that brings me a lot of joy. And plus out this window, I have a fire escape, which is what I've always wanted in my life, is to have a fire escape. I don't know why I have this obsession with fire escapes. I think it's because of iCarly, because I watched iCarly when I was a kid, and they would like go out on a fire escape once in a while in their apartment, and I was like, yes, that's what I need in my life. So fire escape is all of my joy. That's where it all comes from. And then for some reason on this wall, we have a second front door. So we have two full entrances to our apartment. I don't know why. Husband thinks at one point they might have been converted into 2 apartments each. I don't know. That wouldn't make any sense to me, but who knows? I really don't know. But so we have a front door here. We actually put a dresser in front of it because we don't want to use it, because we don't want anyone to use it. So we put a husband's dresser just right in front. And it's not a safety hazard because we have a fire escape, so it's fine. Now I'm gonna go in there and put all of the furniture that we put in there, plus like some things that I would like to have eventually, and like decorate it how I want it to be. So we're gonna start here in the bathroom. We actually have a curtain. So we actually have this like a blue, navy blue curtain, because if you haven't noticed from any of my build videos, I'm obsessed with navy blue right now. So of course it had to be navy. And then we have 2 rugs on our floor, just 2 like white rugs that came from our old apartment. They're not quite these shapes, but it's the closest thing we got. So we kind of have like 2 rugs in there because we had 2 rugs in our other bathroom, but our other bathroom in our other apartment in California was a lot bigger than this. So we needed at least 2 rugs, if not more. So we just kind of put them in there, and they fit, basically they cover the whole floor. But so that means you don't have cold tile on your toes when you get out of the shower. So it's fine. And in the kitchen, we didn't really do too much in the kitchen. There is, however, a backsplash, and I want to try to find one that has a bit of a similar backsplash. That's probably the closest I'm gonna find. There's like a really, really pale, like powder blue backsplash on there that it's almost not noticeable with the color, but this is like the closest we have. But yeah, so we have that. We also have a toaster. We also have a toaster like there, so I'm gonna put a microwave. We have a few other things on here because it doesn't take up quite that much counter, but it's basically what it is. We don't really have it much on this that I can like get from the game. I like to keep my counters like kind of cleaned off. I don't like too much to be on my counters. And then over here is where I have my coffee pot, and I actually have this whole cabinet is like my mugs and my coffee stuff, because I'm not like the biggest coffee person. Like I love coffee. I'm not like a fancy coffee person. Like I've put a splash almond milk, a little pinch of sugar. That's my coffee every day. But I love mugs. So this whole cabinet's full of mugs because I'm obsessed with mugs, and I'm okay with that. And then over here, we actually have these metal shelving units. There's actually like 4 or 5. It's actually kind of more like that with like a bunch of shelves. It's clipping a little bit, but that's okay. But these actually came from our old garage, but we don't have a garage here. So we were like, what do we do with these big shelves? And we're like, let's put them in the kitchen. So this actually holds all of our pots and pans and our casserole dishes, our blender, a George Foreman grill. All of that is on here. And it really saves space in the cabinets because we don't have a pantry, so we have to have all of our food up in these cabinets. It also houses our Christmas tree. Our Christmas trees on there, some other Christmas decorations, plus like our extra paper towels and toilet paper and laundry detergent and that kind of stuff. That's all there. And I'm obsessed with having it because it just makes the space so much more usable. Otherwise, we just have a big empty spot there. And then we have our dining tables like right here in this corner. And then like we have 4 chairs. Those don't look anything like our chairs or our table, but it's fine. And if possible, the whole apartment will be like half a tile wider. So that's the overlap here. We also have a chair on this side tucked in, but I can't get the gains to do that. So we're not going to. Then of course we have our shelves. I don't have anything really on there right now because I'm afraid of knocking things off of it. And that's kind of like what we have in here so far. Right here is just a big pile of boxes and trash from unpacking and moving that we might put something here eventually, get some sort of like table or a rollable kitchen island or something like that. We might put that here so we have a little bit more counter space. And then here in the living room, we have our TV. Right now it's like that. That is what our TV is like right now. And I think it's kind of funny. We have a TV stand coming in the mail. Like I said, don't worry. Then we have our couch right there. And it, like I said, it fits perfectly right in this little spot. lot. And on this wall, we have a console table. It's actually glass and metal. And that's where we keep our record player. And our records are like all of our vinyls are underneath. We also have all of our games on this table as well. But that's basically this room. We don't have much else to be able to put in there. I'm gonna put pictures on this wall. I had a gallery wall in our old apartment. I'm gonna put it back up on this wall and maybe a little bit on this wall, so this wall isn't quite so plain with our table. And then husband's office. Husband has like a glass desk. And the biggest thing here is that he has a big monitor / TV as one of his monitors. And then he has a monitor in the center, and then he has one like here. I can't like vertical upright, but I can't quite do that in the game. And then he just got these. So he just got those IKEA cubes. That's just a set like there, kind of closer to his desk, but this is fine. That it keeps all of it, like the network equipment and stuff. And then he got this like nice blue rug to put in there as well. But in terms of like anything else, he's not into decorating or anything like that. So he doesn't have anything on the walls. Now onto my office, which is what you're seeing right here. Like this is my office. So my desk is against this wall. So the door into husband's office is right here in front of me, and the bedroom door is right there behind me next to this bookcase. And then I also have multiple monitors, but I'm not gonna be able to really show that. But I have one here. I have one here on the side, and then I actually have a vertical one here as well, just kind of like husband. And on this wall, I can't find anything that like looks like it in the game, but I have sound panels. So I have 5 sound panels, so that husband doesn't have to listen to every single word I say in here. When I stream, when I film, anytime. When I talk to myself, he doesn't have to listen to me. I do have a lamp. It's all black, not like green or white or anything, but I do have a lamp right here, which is actually getting color. It's actually pink right now, the lights, so that I don't look all washed out. And as you can see behind me, we do have a bookcase, and eventually next to the bookcase, there's gonna be a cat tree. Just putting that out there. There will be a cat tree soon. And I'm eventually, once I get kind of figure out what I want to do in here, I'm gonna put some like prints or other artwork or other things, make a little bit of a gallery on this wall, maybe some lights. We'll see. I haven't really decided what I'm doing yet. And then I kind of have a thing like this. I kind of have something like that on my dresser. Oh, that's not even anywhere near it. Okay, pretend that's on there better. So I have that. It's not quite a tray. It's actually, I have a big book. It's about Hollywood musicals, which is pretty nifty. But I do have something like this with like the plants and all that. And I kind of have a plant here. It's not technically a hanging plant like this one. It's actually just kind of sitting on my shelf. It's also a fake plant, if you couldn't tell. But that's basically my room. I do have a nice cute rug. And then I'm not gonna put anything in the closet because it's just a bunch of boxes. I lied, I'm gonna put some boxes in there. All right, we've got some boxes in the closet. And then for the bedroom, we don't have too much in there right now. We're waiting on some furniture, mainly my dresser, because I haven't had a dresser for a while because at our last apartment, our bedroom had built-in shelves in the closet. So I was able to just use that. So we have our bed here. Like I said, our bed fits perfectly on this wall because of the game. It doesn't, but that's okay. Husband has a dresser that like sits right there in front of the door because, like I said, safety first. We also, because we don't have much closet space, we got a clothing rack to put here in the corner so that we could have our clothes hung up and not just in a box or something. And then I'm getting a dresser that we're gonna probably put there. And I want to get like a mirror to put above it maybe. And then what I really want is a chair in this corner. I have an obsession with ugly chairs that like you find in like your grandmother's house that are often like floral pattern, pinks, crazy colors, you know, and I want one desperately to put in this corner. I think it would look fantastic. Like, let's say pink, why not? Like, I love it. And we have a fire escape right out this window. And like I said, we have a nice view. I also love to watch weather. Like it's raining or snowing or things like that. I love to just sit in the window and watch, especially because I was in California for so long. I didn't get that kind of thing. So especially right now, I really love to do that. So I want to have that to be able to look out the window. And then this is a little bit wider than it really is, but there's also a chance of putting the dresser over here under the windows and then just having this space open. It's kind of like just wait and see what's gonna work, see where the dresser fits best. And like in terms of furniture, we're not gonna be able to put too much else in the room. And then I wanna get a nice rug to put under the bed. I don't know what color yet, but I wanna get a nice rug. That actually matches the walls very nicely in there. And then we have 2 bedside tables that basically look like this, but they're not IKEA ones. Like this one looks, they're not. Both have a little lamp on it. We have 2 matching lamps that we got from the Goodwill. And we took off the lamp shades and put Edison bulbs in. And so they look really, really cool. These are nothing like what they look like, but it's a lamp. But that's basically our room. I want to put something on the wall here. And I think I want to put something like on this wall too. Maybe like something like that. I don't know. But that's basically our apartment. It's pretty simple and it's really dumb. Railroad style, if you can avoid it, don't get a railroad style apartment or house. Don't. It's a big pain. But I love it. I love our apartment. I really do. Yes, it has its downsides. The electrical, What's that? That doesn't work. There's supposed to be an electrician hopefully coming sometime today, but who knows? I'm really close where I want to be to do what I want to do for a living. So I'm happy with it. Anything that gets me closer to what I want in my life, I'm going to love it. And I think this is going to be a great home for us for a year and a half until we decide to somewhere else is going to be our new home. But yeah, so that's my new apartment. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making it. I also love watching these kind of videos. I love seeing people's apartments, especially in The Sims. It's a lot of fun to see how they translate, and it just brings me a lot of joy. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!